Bain and Jackson. Then there's Wells. Then there's Edey. So Memphis will get the first possession. Oh, Stan, this should be a fun one. A clash at the center.
The way the game has changed, you know, we don't see these kind of big men matchups much anymore. And so it's great to see one where two great big guys going at it, and you know they're going to go after each other.
And Stan, you know what you're talking about. You've had the opportunity to coach some great big men.
Oh, I have. I mean, I had Shaquille O'Neal, Dwight Howard, Andre Drummond. I seem to always have good centers.
I mean, a 6'8" playmaker. Giddey is a point forward, and he piles up the assists.
So nice passing there by Memphis. Wells kicks to Bain. 6 to shoot. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. And he has been on another level this past month, getting Eastern Conference Player of the Month. Champ.
With the way he shot it over this stretch of games, you just knew this was coming. Everything that he's let fly from deep has been nothing but cold, hard cash. I mean, defenders have been tripping over themselves trying to contest him from outside that arc. And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Outside Jackson. This one for 3. Walker with the rebound.
They haven't been able to find their rhythm. That's 3 straight misses now.
Here's Champ. Turned in an outstanding game against Denver. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Pass to Edey. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
And the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
Yeah, guys, I watched the film of that one, and they had great activity defensively. They need that again tonight.
Oh, nice timing on the alley-oop. This is the chemistry Siakam has with his teammates.
Outside, Bain. And the pass to Jackson. Shakes him. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
We know Jackson Jr. can shoot it, but this guy is 6'10", 242. He should feast inside.
And that one is stuffed right through.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
So for the Bulls, their last game, a win against the Nuggets.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Memphis' head coach. Now, we spoke about the problems that Pascal Siakam brings to the table, and he told me Pascal is so good with room to operate, we need to find him in transition and take away space when he has the ball. Of course, that's easier said than done. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. And that one drops for him. Siakam's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Pass to Edey. Now Bain. Really played well against the Clippers in his last outing. Unable to get that one. Walker with some nice D. And here are the Bulls now. They're on a 14-4 run. Dosunmu, shot's good.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
The Grizzlies trail by 12. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Knocks it loose. And here we go again. The Bulls in transition. Up the court they go.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
And the Grizzlies call their first time out of the game. Greg, midway into this season, sometimes a team can get hot and turn it on. What are some of the causes of that?
You know, often teams can reach that tipping point with how they play. It all comes together in a hurry, and they make a run. But that's the exception, Kevin, not the rule.
Outside Jackson. Here's Champ. 8 points for him. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
Wells, no good, and they can't put an end to this drought. The Bulls leading by 16. Here's Champ. He's got 10. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Champ's got 12 points in the game. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Pass to Jackson. Outside, Bain. Kicks it to Wells. Trains the three-pointer.
What a passer Bain has become.
Last outing for Memphis, they won that game against the Clippers. Here's Champ, guarded by Jackson, and finished off by Siakam.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
Yeah, and until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
Passes it to Bain. Outside Jackson. Clock at 4. Chicago grabs the miss. Champ's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Yeah, he hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Right there.
And there's the pass to Bain. Lets the 3 fly. Memphis the rebound. Feeds it to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Well, Jackson Jr. is an athlete. A big man with some big-time hops.
Here's Champ. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. 16 points for Champ.
That's an excellent bucket there. Not an easy one. That took some creativity.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Laravia's checked in, and Santi Aldama is subbed in for Bain. And the Bulls will go for a different look here. Buzelis is checked in for Siakam. Zach LaVine comes in for Walker. Kobe White, he's checked in for Dosunmu. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Josh Giddey. The Bulls leading by 19 points. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Over to the wing. Pass to Edey. Here's Laravia. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. G.G. Jackson. He's checked in for Memphis.
For your Grizzlies, Jackson.
Shot clock at 5. Launches it. That one doesn't drop. Here's Chicago. White inside. Here's Champ. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
Well, they did have some impressive numbers blocking shots, and I like their defensive game plan.
Pass to Buzelis. Here's Champ. 16 points for him. Buzelis with the ball. Sinks that one from the post. Buzelis has got his second basket of the night.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage. That is a textbook block out to secure the rebound.
Lobs it up for Levine, and the jam by Levine.
And that's how you finish off the alley-oop. Levine just explodes off the floor to hammer it down.
He's covered by McConnell.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Pass to Garnett. Over White. And Garnett misses.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Here's Champ. Good for the basket, number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Memphis is gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Garnett outside. He kicks it to Jackson. Laravia passes to Garnett. And Garnett with the slam.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
1:11 left in the first. And Levine throws it down.
And blessed with high-level explosiveness, Levine is no stranger to finishing in the air. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And there is the whistle that goes on Kobe White.
First personal foul.
That's his first
First
foul.
team foul.
Here's Jackson. Coming in off a 10-point game his last outing. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Clock at 6.
Well, that's what Levine has to do to be effective at the defensive end. Stay active and engaged.
Here's Champ. 18 points for him. And it's good. Looking quite sharp with 10 of 12 shooting tonight.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Passes it to Aldama. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Champ's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
Assisted by
Pushing the action,
number
getting
7.
others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, and when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a comfortable margin here, guys, for the Bulls.
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
We've got Santi Aldama. Wells is out there with Garnett. Then there's Desmond Bain. And it's Edey in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Champ in their last matchup against the Nuggets was tremendous. He scored an amazing number of points, and the points were just the start of it. He joined an elite few by walking away with a quadruple-double. Those are eye-popping numbers he put up. Couldn't possibly top that tonight, could he? We'll all find out together. Kevin?
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
And we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
Floats it up there for Siakam. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
You can tell Siakam has this action down. He knows just when to roll off the pick and receive the ball.
Outside, Bane. Back to Garnett. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal.
You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Jackson's checked in. It's stolen by Garnett. Bane against Brown. Bane kicks to Wells. Pass to Edey. Shoots over Walker. Hits the jump hook. Edey's got his second basket of the game.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Champ. Second chance shot. And the layup is good. Champ's got 4 points this quarter.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Over to the left wing. Pass to Edey. Dishes to Wells. The rebound by Champ. The Bulls have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
A big man who can score, rebound, and pass. This is why Siakam has become a huge piece of this team.
He's getting his... Made 3 of 5 free throw attempts.
Buzelis. One shot.
The free throw drops for Buzelis.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
There's the pass to Aldama.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Laravia.
2 minutes.
No scoring in this one.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first half. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Now Aldama. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. And a quick look at how the Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Saturday, they'll host the Washington Wizards. Then on Monday, they'll start out on the road and play the Rockets in Houston.
And for that game against Miami, it's going to be a battle for this group. You get the feeling they'll need to be at their sharpest if they want to come away with a victory.
Here's Buzelis. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Buzelis has got 12 points in the game. And so it's Bane who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That will complete this 4-game homestand. Here's Laravia. The Grizzlies with another miss. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Here's Champ. Nailed from three-point land. Champ's got 9 points now in the quarter. And for the Grizzlies, they're shooting a low 30% right now. An ugly offensive performance. Pass to Bain. There's 38 seconds left in the second quarter. Passes to LaRavia. Buries it down low. LaRavia's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Lobs it up for Levine, and the jam by Levine.
Well, that's just a nice slam there from Levine. He makes it look so easy.
The Grizzlies shooting 45% in quarter number 2. Here's Bain. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting performance.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
It's deflected, and they get it back. And so it's the Chicago Bulls able to put on a show for the ages. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Taking a look at the Bulls, Champ out there with Walker. Then it's Buzelis. Then there's Dosumu. And it's Giddey in at the point guard position.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
Giddey defending. Shot clock at 6. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Chicago's ball.
And the Eastern Conference has been fun to watch. A lot of focus as always this year. And as we hit the midseason surge, let's check out the standings and how they're shaping up. You look at the Bulls. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason.
And, you know, for the Bulls, they've been on a tremendous run this season. All the pieces were in place coming into the year, and they haven't missed a beat. Great chemistry, great coaching, and potential to do some great things in the postseason.
Yeah, no one is taking them lightly. This is a team with everything you really need to make some noise in the playoffs.
Got a hand on it, and he recovers it. Jackson, that's a two-pointer. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Champ's got his 16th rebound on the night. Pass to Siakam. Stolen by Jackson. Now here's Wells. Defended by Dosumu. And stolen by Giddey. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Walker, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Desmond Bain.
Yeah, the defender all over.
The Bulls shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, Kevin, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Hito Turkoglu was a big part of what we did in Orlando. Yes. Was a most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world.
Outside, Bain. To stop the drought. Here's Jackson. and he stays with it.
Yeah, using his frame to get into good position. Jackson Jr. getting the extra possession and points.
Champ's shot is off.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Bain, no good. Bulls have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. The kick out to Walker. The pass to Champ. Launches a three. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. That's 36 points for Champ.
Well, he's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Oh, Giddy in position.
Oh, you got to get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Giddy defending. At the top of the key, Wells. No good on the three. Chicago's gotten off 4 shots from three-point range tonight and buried every one of them.
Oh, the numbers speak for themselves. Siakam showing great versatility on the offensive end.
Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Jackson dishes to Wells. Pass to Edey. Six on the shot clock. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Giddy defending to the paint. To stop the run. Kicks to Jackson. Missed it, even after all those chances. Dosunmu finds Giddy. Here's Champ, guarded by Jackson. Champ's shot is off.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And that's what you have to do. Protect the house.
On the wing, Bain. Pass to Edey. Poked away and stolen by Siakam. Here's Dosunmu. And the layup's good off the glass. Dosunmu's got 9. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Bulls.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
And Memphis making a change here. Garnett's checked in. Phillips, he's checked in for Chicago. Brown comes in for Dosunmu. Giddy defending. There's Jackson with the three. Offensive rebound. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Santi Aldama's checked in for Memphis.
To the lineup for your Grizzlies, Santi Aldama.
Now here's Wells. Defense right on him. Just 5 on the clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Over Giddy. And another miss by Memphis.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it work.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run. Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Aldama with the ball. He kicks it to Wells. Pass to Jackson. And nothing has fallen for him right now. Chicago's gone along perfectly from three-point range. Tonight they've gone 5 for 5. 2 points. That one goes.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Memphis has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Bounce pass from Garnett. Here's Aldama. and a missed layup.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, the rebounding battle tells the story. There's a big gap between them right now.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Jackson, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson. Levine's checked in for Chicago. Wright comes in for Josh Giddey.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Here's Champ. Hands it from downtown. Champ's got 43 points.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Where the NBA content continues to be king. Commissioner Adam Silver says the biggest issue for streaming services is what's called churn. To cancel is just a click. So it's more pay for play these days. We have to focus on people staying with you and having great content throughout the year. Kevin?
Yeah, you know, he's doing a great job, isn't he, David? Thank you so much. Garnett, the pass to Jackson. Back to Garnett. Walker with the rebound. Walker's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Levine with it. Aldama's there. Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
That's such a tough finish. Levine with outstanding focus to score through contact.
Garnett, the pass to Aldama. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
Well, because he's a good scorer, White attracts attention, and that creates passing lanes.
Got a piece of it. And so it's Garnett who brings up the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Aldama finds Garnett. To the middle. Here's Jackson. Comes up empty down low.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Brown the pass to Champ. The shot's good. Brown making the play. 49 points for Champ.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Here's Aldama. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
All right, I'm just going to say it. He's 0 for the game. Might be time to stop shooting the ball.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Brown against Garnett. Pass to Wells. To end the drought. It's tipped.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Here's Champ. The Grizzlies pull it in. Down low, Edey. The shot off that time.
Now, he hasn't been great this quarter. The coaches need to try to figure out a way to get him going.
Shot's good by Champ.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Wells passes to Aldama. 1:25 left to play in the third. Out left to the wing. Here's Edey. Nice hit again. Again with the block. And that's 9 blocks.
You know he's going to be coming hard for that 10th, too.
Outside, Walker. Another three for Chicago.
3 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
There's 48 seconds left in the third. Here's Aldama, guarded by Walker. Outside for Jackson. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Arabia's checked in. Chicago also making some changes. Booz Ellis is checked in for Walker. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Bruce Brown. Poked loose. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. And then Booz Ellis with the dunk.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Now here's Jackson. Over Levine. Off the mark, and the drought continues. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's Chicago just dominating this one. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. They've got G.G. Jackson, and it's Garnett in a shooting guard. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. He's covered by McConnell. Garnett in the post, and that one is off. Chicago has gone off with a three-pointer tonight. They're a perfect 7 of 7, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
Now that's an unfortunate.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Champ, and the shot goes in. Champ's got 57 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pass to Edey. So, Stan, I've been wondering about these different approaches. The development system for youth basketball is vastly different in the U.S. than in Europe. Which do you think is best?
Well, I think in terms of developing skills, Kevin, we've seen it. The European players of all sizes have very well-rounded games skill-wise. They do a lot of work on a daily basis developing those skills, whereas in the U.S., our young guys play a lot of games in the AAU system. Skill development not as strong, but they do learn to compete on an everyday basis.
Here's Jackson. The putback. It's good on the putback.
You have to love the hustle to follow it up there. Timed that tip perfectly.
Here's Champ. Good, he hits again. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
The pass to Bain. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
And landing zone fouls have been a part of the rule book for some time now, Coach. It's changed how shooters shoot.
No question, Kevin, and it's a good thing, I think. The NBA needs to protect the shooters. They're doing that. None of us wants injuries that could be prevented. We don't want to see the great shooters just come down and land on somebody's foot and miss 6 to 8 weeks.
Well, Stan, I know you made the transition from college to the NBA as a coach and were successful, but how hard is that transition for the players to go from college to the pros?
It's an incredible transition, Kevin. In college, let's think about it. The very best teams may have 2 or 3 NBA caliber players. You know how many NBA players are on NBA teams? 15 of them. And the pace of the game, everything happens faster, so all of your reads and decisions have to happen faster. That's what I think takes the time more than the skills themselves.
Unbelievable performance. He's got a quadruple-double. He's covered by McConnell. The drive by Bain. There's another block, making his presence felt on this end.
He's holding down the fort, anchoring the defense. Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
Yeah, they did a great job of controlling the pace throughout the game and keeping the defense on their heels.
He's covered by McConnell. Clock at 6. It's stolen by Buzelis. And here's the break up the floor. And it's Brown that time on the assist by McConnell. Brown's got his first points of the night.
Just giving up way too many transition opportunities.
He's covered by McConnell. Looking to end the run. The rebound by Champ.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity. Great look, just couldn't finish.
And good, there's another. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Pass to Laravia. Inside, Castleton. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. And getting very close to seeing our final list of contestants for the dunk contest. And you know everybody in the discussion right now really wants to compete.
I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, if you got the hops and the repertoire, you want to show what you can do.
And you look at Walker, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
And the list of participants is going to be final soon, so we'll be sure to keep you posted. This year's dunk contest should be a very special one.
And every year, it seems, we see something in the dunk contest that we've never seen before. And I don't think this year will be any different.
Yeah, and every year, Bain's playmaking seems to take another leap. Fantastic pass right there.
Champ's shot is on.
Yeah, he tried to adjust, but he got smothered. Good defense.
Now, here's Wells. He's covered by McConnell, and the shot is good.
Oh, nice drive there to get to the bucket, using some of that terrific agility that he possesses.
Here's Champ. And he's going up for the alley-oop. The shot by Buzelis, no good.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
Back to Bain. Chicago grabs the miss. Hey, Stan, we've exported so much corporate basketball knowledge overseas. Remember when Fratello and you and your brother Jeff would go over there and have these clinics and teach the coaches the game. And they've taken that knowledge clearly and run with it.
No, I think that definitely happened when those guys went over. I think now it's sort of going the other way in large part. I know that all of us in the league now study what the great coaches in Europe are doing, and there's a lot of them, and the game is different, but they incorporate a lot of different concepts. I don't know a staff in the league that isn't spending a lot of time studying in the international game.
Shots good by Champ.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Bain passes to Jackson. Kicks to Wells. Passes it to Jackson. 6 to shoot. Bain against McConnell. Bain, no good.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Shots good by Champ.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
And so it's Bain who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. Knocked loose. He dishes it to Wells. Left side Jackson. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Pass to Phillips. Now here's McConnell. Here's Champ. Fires from deep. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
2 minutes.
Outside Jackson. Fires for 3. Jackson misses. Here's Chicago. Here's Champ. Another bucket. Wow.
81 on the night. Channeling his inner Mamba right now.
There is no slowing this guy down. He is on fire. Now the pass to Laravia. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter. Jackson in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from the wing. The rebound by Champ. Now the Bulls with it.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Chicago.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-game.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Champ.
What more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place.
Outside Jackson. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this win.
That misses off the backboard.
The fall away, upping the degree of difficulty.